Welcome to the Blind Loyalty Challenge. I am Amanda Cromhope from Truth Loyalty and the Blind Loyalty Trust. We interview world leaders in loyalty blindly. The challenge is about creating loyalty insight spontaneously and about a lot of fun. Simultaneously, it is about raising the awareness of the Blind Loyalty Trust, and 100% of the proceeds from my book, Blind Loyalty, 101 Loyalty Concepts Radically Simplified, go towards the trust. We hope you enjoy the Blind Loyalty Challenge. Today's Blind Loyalty Challenge gets Cape Town to meet Paris, my favorite city in the entire world. So today I'm interviewing Ben Lipsey. He is president at Flying Blue and he is head of lots of portfolios at KLM Air France. So we went through that and I thought it was easy just to say lots and lots and lots. So great to have you. You were tagged by Dave Canty, so you can blame Dave, and good to have you on the Blind Loyalty Challenge.
Thank you so much, Amanda. Happy to be here.
So your first question was actually set by a very intelligent loyalty professional. So it's time to, your heart rate may be going up now. So it's set by Yuping Liu Tompkins. And Yuping's question, and I don't think the question's as hard as she could have asked, is what are you doing in AI and what are your successes?
The short answer is not enough. I think we're at a bit of an inflection point in the industry, and we're trying to figure out exactly how we can do more. I think more broadly on what we call the commercial flight booking, which is really how people look for flights, right? And how they book regular commercial tickets. You're seeing more and more of the meta search, so the Google Flights of the world, being replaced by AI. You're seeing people go into the ChatGPTs or the Geminis and ask, what's the cheapest price to go from, Paris to New York on this date, and they're essentially scraping our website and presenting you with the price. And that will come very soon with loyalty. I mean, there's still some obstacles, if you will, in place. I think a lot of the time you have to log in order to get pricing on award tickets as opposed to commercial fares.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to get the meta search, and as more and more companies start to figure out how to maximize and optimize loyalty programs, AI is going to tell you, use these points, transfer to this program. If you have convertible points, or if you have points in a particular airline program, you can use them on this partner to fly on this date as opposed to that date. It'll really help kind of with the what is now very complex. And for geeks, like me, who I love this stuff, it'll really democratize it, and I think it make it more available to everybody. But for now, I think the airlines themselves, I haven't seen any airline as far as I've seen, or any hotel program as far as I've seen, that's really on the loyalty side opened up AI and made it, really made strides. You have some airlines, hotels that have kind of said, oh, we have our own chatbot kind of thing, and we're, about to release the same thing, but it's kind of more about a proof of concept kind of thing. All this to say, I think there's so much more that industry can do, and is changing by the day. So
I'm just finishing as we speak a white paper that I release every year, and the conclusion is exactly about that. It's about how we're going to get the AI scraping the first and zero party data to get the optimum search result rather than just ChatGPT. So fascinating world, and a bit scary for all of us. But
absolutely,
let's watch this space. Okay, my second question. So chapter 94 of Blind Loyalty is all about KPIs. So what is your favorite KPI, and can you share a result of that KPI?
Sure. I mean, I'll cheat a bit and say we have two. In Flying Blue, I mean, we've tried to, Flying Blue, I mean, we tried to kind of dumb it down as much as we can, because to your point, there's so many things that you can measure, right?
Yeah.
And we look at two things in all of our program. It's indirect revenue and direct revenue. Direct revenue is quite simply how much money do we make by selling miles to partners. Really, it's the amount of money that we make that's reported on our balance sheet that we announced yesterday during our financial results, and it's the easiest to quantify. And we can look at you can cut and parcel that as much as you want. How much individuals contribute, how many miles do you earn from a particular partner, how much do they pay per mile, all that kind of stuff. More interesting one I find, but it's also where loyalty programs, you see the kind of the bridge between the old world, if you will, which is the traditional way that loyalty programs initially were managed, and the new world, which is the direct revenue model, is how much revenue can we generate for our company? In other words, how much more money, in our case, can I generate for Air France and KLM by
Yeah.
encouraging people to fly us when we are more expensive or less convenient, or what have you, have an extra stop. All of the things that
Yeah.
a rational consumer would choose. I mean, a rational consumer would essentially choose to go on the shortest flight, most direct option for the lowest price at the time when he or she wants to go. Right.
Yeah.
Irrational consumer is somebody who's going to pay more or take an extra leg or leave at a time that they would prefer. It's not their preferred time because they want their points or their status. And that irrational consumer, that irrational decision, is what we chase in the indirect revenue by encouraging people
Yeah.
to spend on airline. So really, those are the
We,
two KPIs that we look at.
and we call it irrational behavior blind loyalty.
There you go. That's exactly it. That's exactly it.
I love it. Brilliant. Love the answer. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Okay, your third question, as you're cruising through this way too easily, is chapter 51 in Blind Loyalty is about surprise and delight moments through loyalty programs. What is your personal favorite surprise and delight? Either an example you know in the industry or something you've experienced.
Ooh. I think, what's funny? I'm actually going to challenge that because I'm actually not a fan of surprise and delight when it comes to loyalty.
Aye.
I think what people count on is consistency. I think surprise and delight's really nice, and if you are flying and you get a surprise upgrade because the economy cabin's oversold and you're prioritized, that's great and that's awesome. But
Yeah.
if you can't count on that, and you think that the only time I'm ever going to be able to benefit from an upgrade is if on the off chance the cabin is oversold and I'm chosen to be upgraded, it doesn't really drive loyalty.
Mm.
I think people want to know. My view is that people want to know what they get. They want to know what they can be offered. What I found the most interesting and the best form of surprise and delight is actually by a hotel chain that doesn't even have a loyalty program, which is Four Seasons, where their CRM capabilities are super strong, and they know so much about you, and they know your stay patterns. They know your favorite drink order.
Stunning. Yeah.
And so you might order a dirty martini at a hotel in I don't know, here in Paris, and then when you're staying on vacation somewhere else at another Four Seasons hotel, they can welcome you with your favorite drink, and that's happened, right? And that's, to me, is a perfect example of going, wow, they really know me as a customer
Yeah.
completely independently of the number that I enter when booking my hotel, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a different way, I guess, of looking at it.
No, it's a beautiful example, though. I guess at the end of the day, there's a traceability of that zero-party data of the dry martini.
Yeah.
My favorite example I always talk about is Diet Coke in the minibar. Like, that's all I
There you go.
drink. Please don't put whiskey and Coke and soda in.
Yeah.
I just want a Diet Coke and water. Love it. Thank you ever so much. So, who would you like to see on the Blind Loyalty Challenge? Who can I talk to?
I would tag Mehdi Hemichi from Accor, who's head of the all loyalty program there.
Great. We quote Accor and all quite often in Blind Loyalty, so I'd absolutely love to chat to him. In fact, I quote Mehdi himself, so that would be great. Thank you for the recommendation. I'll follow up for sure with that. And then a question for anyone else coming on the program.
My question would be, how do you define your best customer? Who is your best customer and why?
Okay, lovely. Great. Ben, thank you so much. I know how hectically busy you are. I know I'm from the airline industry, so I have full respect for it. And obviously, you're president of a phenomenally successful loyalty system. So thank you for giving us the time. Well done. You survived the Blind Loyalty Challenge.
Thank you so much, man.